It's now time for Around Town on KWN Community TV Channel 7. The views and opinions on tonight's program are not necessarily those of the staff nor the management of KWN TV 7 and Dade County Broadcasting Incorporated. Now, let's go Around Town on KWN TV 7.
All right, Monda's not here, and this is so funny. I'm supposed to be here as a guest today.
Okay.
Not a host. And Monda called me this morning because Stevie and I are going to talk about something a little later that's going on over at the shop. And the shop is a very good shopping place, by the way. But anyway, Monda called me this morning. She said, do you think you can do the show by yourself or do the show today? And I said, by myself? And she said, well, I've been doing it by myself. So if you can do it, I can do it.
Certainly
but anyway,
you can, yeah.
She's not here today. But before we get, this is John Barr, and he's with Silent Word Ministry. But before we go talk with him about what all he's got going on, we're going to mention the Dade County Festival of Life. You know about that, I'm assuming. That's going to be April the 13th. It's going to start at 9 a.m. with a walk or a run, whichever you're up to doing. I can't believe this is the sixth one of these they've done.
It's amazing.
Time gets by so fast.
It does.
And the festival will begin at 10 o'clock, and it's going to be up here on the square. Big doings up there. Everything will be blocked off. Lots of people will be set up with all kind of things to do. So come over, enjoy the day, donate some money to help some people that's having difficulties. And we all have difficulties.
Everybody does.
Everybody does, and these people need your help. So please come over and be a part of it. And then we'll talk a little later on about. So I got something I want to show when Cody gets it fixed. My grandson went to the prom Friday night.
That's an exciting time.
Yeah, he went last year, but he was actually asked last year. But he's a junior this year, so he got to ask someone. And it was. Let's say at 3 o'clock we were up at Coolidge Park doing pictures, and then then they have to go eat. And it's the prom's not like it used to be.
It's a big event.
When I went to the prom, it was down at Valley Head High School in the gym with crepe paper decorations.
Oh my!
That we made the day of the prom. And you didn't go eat, and you didn't go get your hair done, and you didn't get your nails done.
Oh,
we did get a new dress, but that's about it. And if I had said, well, can we spend the night at some... No, that wasn't happening either. You was coming home at 11 o'clock.
Got to be home.
Yeah. All right, John, let's talk a little bit about you're with the Silent Word Ministry.
Yes. We have... new sign language class coming up here. People ask us about sign language all the time, and where can I learn that?
I know. How many people come? Just a ballpark figure.
Well, we've had everything from 6 or 8 to about 30.
Really?
Yeah, the last time we actually had, we did it last year in January. We put it off a little bit because weather in January is unpredictable. And so, but last time we had to do 2 classes because there were so many people. We said we're not going to do that again, just 1 class. But we do it an annual class, and it'll be every night, 5 nights a week, from about 6:30 to 9 each night. And the last night we have some deaf folks come in, and people get a chance to use their sign language on the folks.
So now, how many nights is it?
5 nights.
Oh, it's just 5 nights?
Just 5 nights, Monday through Friday. We do it all in 1 week. That way you can't forget too much in between classes.
You want to bet? And I was just telling John, and I say this every time someone comes from Silent Word on here, and I'm on here, I want to learn to do that. I don't know about 5 nights.
Yeah, well, we have a fun way of learning signs. We try to help people remember things like the sign for boy. It's like you hold a boy's hat, like that.
Okay.
Like a cap and all. And, I guess if you're from some places, you might want to do it back here. I don't know. But we give fun things like that to help people remember what the signs are.
Well, I've got a friend, Connie Theron, and she does sign language. It just amazes me.
It's
and
a whole
to watch
language.
people, absolutely. And to watch people do it. Now, is there a cost?
No, well, there's no cost for the instruction. We have a $5 fee for the book, and that's a $10 book, so you get it at $5. Then we give you some other things as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was hoping you was going to give a book because I'd need the book.
Yeah,
okay, now when is that?
It's coming up on April the 15th through the 19th. We got a little flyer. We'll leave some here.
Oh, okay.
And 15th through the 19th, 6:30 to 9 every night. And I'll be teaching the class this year. And we use a little book called
Are you a patient teacher?
I can be. No, I really am.
It's fixing to say.
Yeah, we have folks from all different levels of life and all different occupations come. And we have had some kids come, and of course they pick up faster than anybody else.
Absolutely, absolutely.
They do. And we're using Learn Sign Language with Loxley. This was written, these images in here are a fox. And so they're kind of interesting. And it's this is written by a deaf lady who is multiple handicapped, lives in West Virginia. And she's a friend of our ministry, and she drew these pictures, and so we were able to put it all together in one book, and it's a good way to learn.
Yeah,
and you'll get some basic signs. You won't be an interpreter when you leave.
Oh, I thought I was going to get to go on TV and sign for people.
You can if you want to, but
yeah, I bet I could. Yeah, well, I'd probably be getting something thrown at me. My granddaughter, my younger granddaughter had a friend that was deaf. And that she lived across the street from him, and my granddaughter picked it up from her. And they would have conversations, and my daughter would say she could always tell when they was mad because her hands was going faster.
Yeah.
And actually she got good enough at it that she would go when the teacher left the class. They went to school in Chattanooga, and if there was a deaf child in the class, which she did have some in the class, and she would sign. Or which amazed me.
Some people have a natural aptitude to languages, and sign language being a language itself, it's not just signing the words.
Right, exactly.
So being a language, if you have an aptitude for that, you can pick it up pretty quick. And a lot of the kids, they're just signing away.
Well, kids can learn anything quicker.
Yeah.
They pick up any. My granddaughter, who's 9, can do more with this telephone than I can.
Well, isn't that the truth? Yeah. Well, we had Diane and I, my wife Diane, we've traveled all over the country teaching sign language, and for a long time that's about what we did. Just help churches with sign language and deaf ministries and all. We had one lady learn sign language in January, and by that fall she was interpreting in the college.
Really?
Yes. Now she had a natural aptitude to it, and she did some extra study after our original class and all of that, and it was longer than a 1 week class. But and the fellow that requested her in college said, "I like you because you're slow." Because some people get too fast. The fast is not what we're after.
Well, I wouldn't get fast with that, but I talk fast, and the more excited I get, the faster I talk. And so I have a hard time with language anyway. Somebody said something about learning the second language. I said I got to learn the first one first. Yeah. English is I am difficult with English.
Well, sign language is all over your body, all over your face and everything. So if you're saying happy, this is a sign for happy. You can do that. Do that right there. Just go up like that. Yeah, happy. Yeah, and when you say happy, you don't do it.
With you. So Davies. Yeah.
So there's a lot. We have a lot of fun things we do with signs to make it easy to learn.
Oh, I bet.
And we learn basic signs, the family signs, some school signs, some food signs.
Oh, that's the international language of the world, isn't it? When you say food.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, okay. Now, what else y'all got going on?
Well, we have a newspaper that we're printing right now. This is the Silent Word newspaper. We do this every 2 months. And we produce it ourselves, and then we have it printed up in Chattanooga. And then when we get it back, we send out about 11,000 of them around the United States. And then it's online as well, so we have about 1,000 online subscribers. So our circulation is around 12,000. And this morning, we had some volunteers come. There's some folks even from Ringgold came. And they were helping us put things together in the little packets we send out. We send out not just one, but we'll send out a group of 10 to different groups and churches, and then they help us distribute it. Because we send it for free. It's not a paid subscription.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow we'll have folks come in, and we're welcome anybody that in the community wants to come and help us, and we'll put labels on all of those newspapers and get them in bags and get them ready, and then by about noon or 1 o'clock we'll mail them out.
I'm going to tell you what. This ministry is probably the best kept secret in Dade County And been here for how long?
Well, we started in 1966. It was started up on Sand Mountain as a newspaper, and it was a mimeograph newspaper at that time. But the ministry came back to Trenton in 1993, and when Ted and Carlene Camp moved back to this area, back to their home, and they were just going to kind of print some literature and have some meetings, and it grew like crazy.
Yeah, Ted Camp is such a asset to this county.
He is. He writes in the newspaper all the time, and you know, he has published things all over, and people pick up his literature and things that he sends out by email, and they print them in other newspapers, and so every once in a while he'll say, look where this article came from, and it's a place we didn't know about.
Yeah.
All over.
Well, it's a great ministry. It's great when someone has a handicap like that. And I guess years and years ago, they was kind of pushed to the corner because nobody was there to help them.
That's true.
And what a great ministry. Well, what else? You got some notes over there.
Well, we have, and I have from that Loxie thing, if a person doesn't want to come to class or can't be there, we even have some cheat sheets. We got a little thing here that has like 100 signs in it. And these little things we make available for free. We're over by the high school, behind Woodhaven. And wide variety of literature and things that we produce. Right here at Silent Word, we have over 400 things we've made available to the world, and they're all on our website and cataloged there on the website. And we have you know, other sign language materials. This one's one that I've put together. It has over 800 signs in it, and it's a DVD and then a handbook to go along with it. And so, you know, we're invested in sign language. Deaf people have to use that language.
Absolutely.
But we're more about really teaching deaf people and helping them learn. We're about helping them learn the Scripture, learn the Bible, and learn about Jesus. And it's exciting when you see that, when you sign and you see somebody's face light up because they understood what you had to say. And
I'd never. Well, of course, I don't think like most normal people for sure. But I would have. I never connected that going to church. They can't go to church like you and I go to church.
That's true. And even if they go to church with a deaf ministry, and they're very few, and deaf people tend to go to the same type place. They don't want to one here and one here and one here. They go where they can be together, so they can talk with everybody.
Right.
But many people don't think about it. When they leave church, who can they talk to? Exactly. And they go home and they watch TV, or the technology is wonderful. You mentioned your phone, but deaf people love those things because they now have ways they can, with the video, they can communicate. Right. They have a system now. It's called VRS, Video Relay Service, or Video Relay System, and there's a device that goes on top of your TV and a little remote control that controls that. And you'd actually dial your number on this, and if you dialed a hearing person, you'll get an interpreter on the TV. And like a deaf person could order pizza or schedule his car to get fixed and just talk to the interpreter, and the interpreter will say everything that person says to the person they're calling. And as the person is calling talks back, then they sign it back to the deaf person. It's just back and forth real quick. It's a wonderful thing. And then that system actually goes on the phone as well. And so they can use that. They can do all of that on the phone. So they can see their interpreter on the phone. I mean, they can be talking on the phone and driving at the same time, too. Right. They shouldn't be. Yeah. None of us should be.
None of us shouldn't be, but
it's all right there. It's just wonderful.
Well, that is, and that is so great for people in that situation.
Absolutely.
And I'm way behind in the technology. You can ask anybody that knows me, but that's one good thing about it.
Oh, it's helped greatly, and it's helped us as far as being able to get videos out to deaf people. All the ways that you can store videos online and help them be seen, and through websites and all. So we do a lot of teaching by putting videos out there, and then churches in different places, they say, we're using your stuff for our classes and helping deaf people learn the Bible.
That's great. So. That is great. And like I said, this has been such a asset to this county and to obviously all over the world.
We're glad to help. It's our joy and privilege, to be involved in this area.
Right.
Not everybody can be a sign language person. Not everybody can be an interpreter or learn the language well, but some can.
That's exactly right. And I'm going to tell you what, you saying that, I think we all have some kind of a calling. Now, I'm not talking about we've all been called to preach or we've all been called to be a surgeon. I think that we all have a purpose. Yep. And my purpose is to rescue animals, and that's what I do. And I think, and you know, I've had people say, well, why don't you put your efforts into children? Well, if I've got to save an animal or a child, I'm saving the child. There's no question about that. That's a no-brainer for anybody. But I think those four-legged creatures are God's, just like the two-legged ones are. And there's lots of people called to do children's work, and I think there's some of us called to do that. You're called to work with the deaf.
Everybody has their own specialty.
I think so.
And in fact, that's one of the things that when people come and volunteer at our ministry, we first of all say, we don't have them say, well, what can I do and help you? We say, what can you do?
Right.
And then we can apply that. Right. Because everybody has their own things that they're good at.
Everybody has different things that they're good at. And like I said, I just feel like God calls us to do different things.
Yeah.
And
with the sign language thing we're talking about, some people think, well, I don't want to learn to sign because how would I use it? How would I need it? But if you meet a deaf person and you make their day just by signing a few things
just by saying hello.
Yeah. And,
or how's your day?
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing.
Oh, yeah.
And not everybody's going to be that person that stands up there on TV and waves his arms, you know.
Exactly.
But everybody needs a friend.
Yeah, and you know what? Some days when I'm having a really down day and I go out and somebody just says, well, how are you? Or somebody I don't even know, just randomly meet and bump into them at the bank or something. Well, have a nice day or something like that. It makes me feel better to think, well, you know what? And then you think about people like that, they might. They would enjoy you saying, have a nice day.
Sure. Let's learn that.
Yeah.
You want to learn it?
Well, let's see how easy is that.
We'll see if we can do it. Say hello, just like it. Hello. You know,
I do that.
Like, there you go. Goodbye is basically the same thing. You're just waving. All right. Let's say, how are you?
Okay.
All right, put your hands together like this, and then roll them out. That's how. And then you don't say are.
Okay.
You just point to you. That's all there is. And raise your eyebrows.
Oh.
You got to raise your eyebrows. There you go. Look. Now do it again. Here. How? You. There you go. Good. And they'll say back to you,
fine.
That's fine. That's exactly right.
Hey,
you can do this.
Well, John, is there anything else you'd like to tell? Cody's given us the break signs. Anything else?
Well, we're just thankful to be a part of the community. And if anybody needs any help with communicating with a deaf person, or some training in your business or something where we can be of help, we'd love to. And we have a wide variety of literature that we'd like to make available. Even some things are in local businesses. You'll see some things that Brother Camp's written. Yeah. And we're here to serve. Well, leave some of those flyers, and I'll stick some of them up around when I'm out. And who knows, I might show up over there to do that. I really would like to learn it. It'd take me a while, and I'd need the book to take home and study. I'd have homework. Oh, well. We'll give you homework. Well, I'm going to tell you, we certainly appreciate y'all being in this here. Well, thank you very much. And what you do. And I can't think of anybody, a nicer person in this that I even know than Ted Camp. What a great guy. He is. He is an inspiration. He is. And we're going to take a real quick break, and we'll be right back. Looking around your home thinking it may be time for a new look? Let Comfort Gallery in Kimball help you make perfect choices for every room in your home. Living room, bedroom, dining room suits from all the major furniture manufacturers. If we don't have what you need in the store, browse our full-color interactive kiosk to find exactly what you need. And don't forget a new mattress set. After all, sleeping well makes everything better. At Comfort Gallery, we offer free delivery and setup, 1-year free layaway, and 6 and 12 months, same as cash. Comfort Gallery, 780 Main Street, 1 mile north of I-24, exit 152A in Kimball, Tennessee. Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Get focused. Get hired.
Come enjoy pizza for lunch or dinner in a family-friendly atmosphere at Stevie B's Pizza in Fort Payne. Enjoy the buffet and salad bar anytime, or have a specialty pizza made to order. At Stevie B's, take advantage of Two-Stamp Tuesday for adult and senior buffets, and Thirsty Thursdays when drinks are free after 4 p.m. Take out any medium pizza weekdays between 2 and 5 for just $4.49. And on the weekends, take out any 2 large pizzas, just $14.99. Book your parties now by calling Stevie B's at 256-979-1234. Stevie B's Pizza, 2200 Galt Avenue North, Fort Payne. Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 888-983-6761. 888-983-6761. 888-983-6761. 888-983-6761.
Delivering top-quality primary health care locally. We are Northeast Alabama Health Services. With 7 locations, there's one near you. Scottsboro, Section, North Sand Mountain and Higdon, Skyline, Woodville, Fife, and Fort Payne. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and of course your private insurance. If you're unemployed, low income, or have a high copay or deductible, you may also qualify for a reduced rate office visit as low as $16. Ask about our free medication program, and ladies, you may qualify for a free or reduced rate mammogram. Dental referrals for our patients with tooth removal and fillings for only $15. Putting your health concerns first, we're Northeast Alabama Health Services. Cervical cancer screenings now available at Northeast Alabama Health Services.
All right, we're back with Patrick, and he's got a project he wants to talk about.
More of a recruitment.
And it's volunteer, so...
Yeah, you're not getting paid for it, but you are also doing a good thing for the community. I'm in here to kind of recruit people to... We're starting up a community watch at the north end of the county, and of course you need people to be able to do it. And like I say, you don't get paid for it, but as far as the car that's going to be getting used, maintenance on the car, gas in the car, all of that's provided by the county, so you don't have to put any money out of your pocket towards it.
Right, just some time.
Just some time, and not a whole lot of time either. You can do anywhere between as little as 1 hour to as many as, I think it's like 2 or 3 hours. Okay. I've been talking with Tom Pounds. He's one of the board members for the New Salem Neighborhood Watch, which has been going for about 36 years.
I know, and you know what? I've heard, and they've actually, I don't know that now. I think if you see something that y'all are suspicious, you don't get out and do anything. You just call 911 or call an officer.
None of it is really hands-on stuff.
Right,
it's being that extra set of eyes, because we all know the police officers can't be everywhere.
Yeah, I think they actually have stopped some people up. I mean, has stopped a crime from, well, people breaking in a house up in New Salem before, several times actually over the years.
Yeah, he's told me a few stories about what's happened over the past years that he's been doing it, and what's happened since it all started back in the day. But it's definitely a good thing to have out there, and we're not saying there's a lot of crime out there. It's just having that extra set of eyes for, like, if you're out of town and you need someone to just drive by your house.
Right. And I'll tell you, the craziest thing that people do is they go out of town and they go and then they slap it all over Facebook. Well, we're here. we're at the beach.
Yeah.
Well, why did you leave the door unlocked? And it'll save them from knocking the door down, you know?
I mean, it's someone you could have ran into and started up a conversation with at one of the local grocery stores or restaurants.
Yeah.
And they're new to town.
Yeah.
And once you leave town, you're talking about, hey, yeah, we're going to be vacationing, and we're not going to be at home, and you plaster all over social media.
Yeah,
you're opening yourself up for something like that.
Absolutely. I can't understand why in the world you would put on there that you was out of town. Now, if you had some really pretty pictures you wanted to post when you got back,
yeah,
that's one thing. But
that's how me and my wife do it. If we're out of town, we don't post anything until we get back.
Absolutely. That's
we say how much we're ready for vacation, but we're not like, hey, we're going to be gone from this time of this day to this time of that day.
That's crazy. That's just don't make a whole lot of good sense.
I know we live in a small county of only 17,000 people, but that doesn't include the people that travel through and
absolutely, or people
stalk
that just
social media.
Yeah, that's it. There's way too much of that social media thing going out there. People don't have to worry about me. As I say, I can barely get email. Now, I do have a Facebook, and I look at things.
Yeah.
I probably have the fewest friends of anybody in the world, but I'm afraid to, if somebody don't say, I'm going to send you a friend request, like me and you talking here, then I'm afraid to just, if somebody sends me one, because I've seen where people said, don't accept my name because I've been hacked. I don't even know what being hacked means. But
yeah, it means someone putting your pictures out there on Facebook just kind of gives you a
well, speaking of putting pictures on Facebook, hang on a minute there, Patrick. I got some pictures to put out here that was on Facebook. Cody, show those pictures. Cody had to work on them a little bit. My grandson went to the prom. That's my grandson.
Yeah, that was this past weekend, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. And his date. Now, I wish you could see it up closer. Oh, his date was so pretty. Her name is, there you go. Oh, she's gorgeous. Clara Mullins was her name, and Reese McMahon, of course. Mm-hmm. Show the other one, Cody, because it's probably my favorite. She was so pretty, such a pretty girl. And needless to say, he's the most handsome grandson. Can you pull that one up just a little bit closer, Cody? Yeah. Such a great picture.
Yep.
And they had such a good time. All right, Cody, that's enough bragging from this Nana, because I could be on here all day telling about my grandkids. But anyway, back to the north end of the county and the neighborhood watch. So what do y'all need to do to get it started? People?
Yeah, we need people. I have set up an email specifically for communication for when we get the whole process started up. I need you to send your name, your address, phone number, and times of the day that you'll be able to do it, because like I said, we won't do it at night.
Right.
We mostly do it during the day. But if you could send name, phone number, address, you will end up having to go to the sheriff's office to get a background check done. I know you probably know just about everybody in the county, but you still got to have that. We need to have that on record.
Sure, because you want to make sure. Yeah, I guess there's some kind of insurance policy and stuff like that, knowing you've got to have.
Yeah, you got to have the background check. So, because like I said, the car is provided by the sheriff's department. When they retire their old cars, they pass them down to the community watch people. That way they can use the cars. They take the blue lights and stuff off. So they put the yellow lights up on there, but the gas is provided by the county. And the maintenance is provided by the county. So, like I said, nothing out of pocket unless you go get something to eat while you're driving around for a couple hours. But I know it's hard to get people to volunteer, but you know, with something like this, we need people to be able to do it, because like if we get it started, I can't do it by myself.
Exactly. No.
I have a full-time job outside of this that I do.
Exactly. Well, and it would be good just for the community, just for that end of the county, the north end of the county. Yeah. It would be good. And that would make people feel more comfortable about when they leave to go grocery shopping, or they leave on, like you said, vacation. Yeah, just knowing there's just an
extra set of eyes out there
looking. Yeah. Well, now I'm sure there's an age.
You have to be at least 18. I believe it's 18 years or older.
Yeah, I would say older. I've got. Like I said, I got a 17-year-old grandson. I believe 18 might need to push that up to maybe 25.
Yeah.
But that's a great thing, and that will help that'll help.
Yeah, and Tom's got a whole set of guidelines and stuff that they've put out, that they've put together over the past 36 years of doing it up in New Salem.
Right.
And he's going to email it to me, and I'll end up putting North Date on some of the stuff and looking over it. But it'll be good that all of the neighborhood watches will be working together with the same procedures to be able to do the job right.
Okay, now do you have to live in the north end of the county to do this?
We prefer it if they live in that part of the county. If you've been there for 2-3 years and a lot of the roads, especially some of the back roads to take. We don't drive down private roads unless specifically requested to do that, but we don't drive down the private roads. But yeah, I mean, we just need volunteers to do it. I've got it out there as a deadline of April 27th to send it in, your name and all your information and stuff, and go get your background check done. But while I'm still working with the sheriff about when the next car is that'll be coming out, because we'll need the car to do it.
Yeah.
So if it looks like it's going to be a little bit, then just keep sending. Just be patient with it, because like I said, we have to have the car to be able to do it.
Right.
But I also want to get this. Really, it's a community outreach started. So
it would be a little difficult to do it without the car.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to walk around on foot.
Well, you could ride a bike, I guess, but
have a little bell on the handle.
Yeah, a little bell. But that sounds like a Andy Griffin show right there. Barney Fife have the little bell.
Yeah.
Citizens arrest! Citizens arrest!
Has a gun in the holster and a bullet in his pocket.
Yeah, I love that show.
And that's one thing about the Community Watch too. You will not be armed.
Yeah. Now that probably wouldn't be a good idea.
And even if you have the permit for the gun, you won't be using it.
Right. Yeah. Now,
observe and report. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it should be.
Yeah.
And you might want to be the hero, but that's not the time to be a hero.
No.
If you want to be a hero, go over and help a kid in the second grade that can't read learn how to read, because I'm telling you what, you be a hero out there in an automobile with a gun and somebody, because whoever the crook is probably way more experienced than you are.
Yeah, if you don't have the proper training and stuff for that, if you're not an actual police officer, you could actually make the situation worse.
Worse, absolutely. So,
like I said, it's all for safety is what it is.
Right, and keeping people's belongings safe.
Yep.
Well, that's a great idea, Patrick, and I'm shocked. I just assumed that I actually thought there was one in every little part of the county. I had no idea. I know there used to be one down in the south end quite a while back, because I knew somebody that drove for it, but I guess they don't have it anymore.
Yeah, all the precincts, we want to have it that way, and Tom was stressing that as well. We want each precinct to have their own community watch.
Absolutely.
And right now it's just West Brow and New Salem.
How many people do they have volunteer? Did he say? Did they have like a lot of people? Or?
He has about 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And some of them can't do it all the time. Some of them are on the list just in case some of the main people that are doing it, like the full-time people that do it, that do 3 or 4 hours. You have the part-timers that do 1 or 2 hours. Then you have the people that, if you have one of the full-time or part-time people not able to do it, then they're reserves, backups that can do it.
Oh, okay. So, and y'all do it all day, right?
Yeah, it'll be just about 7 or 8 hours a day, just pretty much sun
Well, that's
up,
when
sun
most
down.
people are gone from when they go to work.
Yeah, when they go to work, and like I said, when they're on vacation.
Yeah.
But even at nighttime, you can call over at the dispatch area, and they can set it up in the computer where they have an officer drive by and do that.
Yeah, check on your house. Yeah, because most people work. Especially young people. I mean, there's retired people, of course, that have their homes and stuff like that, and those are the ones that need to come out and drive the cars.
Yeah.
But most people are out working, and both people work in the family.
Yeah, and the Community Watch on New Salem, I like what Tom has done with it. They go out and visit the elderly that don't have anybody living with them, and they actually have dog biscuits in the car.
Yeah.
So when they drive around and they see people out and they got dogs, it's like, hey, There's a dog biscuit for the dogs.
Right,
so.
right. Yeah, and I know I've known a couple that drove out at New Salem, and they were retired and older, and they would get out and spend a few hours driving, I think, about every day. One that I knew did.
Yeah. So
that makes it. Now that's good. That's a good idea. Did you just come up with that ideal, or did you just?
Well, I went through the Citizens Academy that the Sheriff's Office provides last year, and I'm doing it again this year. And they were talking about they want neighborhood watches in everyone, and they said they didn't have one for North Dade. So I was like, well, I didn't get elected last year, and I said I was going to do something with the time that I have.
Well, good for you,
to be able to do something in the community. So
you'll accomplish a whole lot more with a neighborhood watch. Needless to say, I'm over politics. I don't even want to talk about them. I'm so sick of politics and politicians and non-politicians that want to be politicians and
like I said when I was in here with the interviews for that stressful time of the year, was I won't shy away from doing something in the community, being a positive impact for it.
Absolutely, and that would be definitely a positive impact, and you could help probably many more people. Yeah.
And one thing I hadn't said yet is the email for anybody that's listening to the segment that is interested in volunteering to do this. Like I said, I have an email set up specifically for that. It's northdadesafety@gmail.com. Okay. And you can just email all your information to that. It stays with me, and then it'll just be through the sheriff's office. It won't be passed out to anybody else. So email me on that. If you need my phone number, it's 423-394-8593.
Well, that sounds great.
Give me a call, send an email, just let me know.
Good deal. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and that sounds that's a perfect thing to do.
And it'll be in the Sentinel as well. Okay. So I've asked them to run it every, Wednesday that it comes out?
I think so. Yeah, Wednesday afternoon.
I asked them to run it every Wednesday, so just in case you miss it one week, you can see it the next week.
Catch it the next week.
And run it through the end of April.
I certainly wish you the best of luck with that, because that's a good idea. That is something and people that live in that end of the county that have some free time, they ought to jump on board and help that, taking care of themselves and their neighbors.
Yep.
Great idea. All right, we were going to take a break, and we'll be right back with Stevie Ellis, and he's going to tell us a bunch of stuff's going on in his business. Thank you, Patrick.
You're welcome.
Le Mans Mexican Restaurant is now open in Henniker, Alabama at 50 Lloyd Cry Drive. Karaoke on Thursday nights, $6 lunch specials, and catering is available. How about delivery? Yep, delivery is available with a minimum of 5 orders. Happy hour 2 to 5 Monday through Friday, and private party hosting is available with 2 locations to serve you in Henniker and Crossville. Le Mans Mexican Restaurant. Call 256-657-3999.
A time-tested financial institution equipped with the latest banking technology. The Bank of Dade, with mobile banking to fit your on-the-go lifestyle. Download our latest app today for your iPhone, Android, or tablet to bank on the go. Check your balance, pay bills, make deposits, and keep track of your account anytime and anywhere with the Bank of Dade's smartphone app. Make life easier by using today's most advanced banking technology to your advantage. Call us at 657-6842 or visit on the web at bankofdade.com. Your hometown bank since 1956, the Bank of Dade. Main office is on Highway 11 North in Trenton, and drive-thrus on Highway 11 North and Highway 136 West. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Gigabit Internet residential service is now available to customers of the North Alabama Electric Co-op with NAEC Fiber in Jackson and Marshall County. Residential gig service is now available for only $79.95. Call today to have your gig service installed at 256-437-5000. High-speed fiber residential gig Internet service now available to customers of the North Alabama Electric Co-op with NAEC Fiber. Business and commercial customers can get gig service too. Call for pricing 256-437-5000. Gig service from North Alabama Electric Co-op. 256-437-5000.
Have lunch or dinner at Guthrie's, home of the original Golden Fried Chicken Finger and the best chicken finger sauce in the world. Guthrie's can help you plan your family's meals or get-togethers with bucket specials every Tuesday, those delicious wings on Wednesday, and platters every day of the week. Plus, get sweet tea by the gallon. Remember, Guthrie's has a party room for small gatherings, too. Guthrie's, Highway 136 West in Trenton, home of those Golden Fried Chicken Fingers and the best chicken finger sauce in the world.
Guthrie's, not fast food, good food fast.
Hey, that cold weather is coming, and it's never too early to get your winter supplies from Rising Fawn Hardware and Supply. 4300 Highway 11 South in Rising Fawn. Everything you need to wrap pipes under the house. Winterize around the doors. Make sure your outside faucets are protected, and keep those drafts from coming through the windows. Get your supplies for fall and winter for the home and farm today. Rising Fawn Hardware and Supply. 4300 Highway 11 South in Rising Fawn. Telephone 706-462-2071.
All right, we're back with Stevie Ellis, and we've dressed up the front of the table.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, don't say ma'am. I make you feel old. So right off the bat, I don't want to feel old. I was just kidding. All right, now Stevie and Dorinda Moon own the shop.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. Respectful. That's a lot of years of waiting tables, right?
A lot of years, almost 20 years.
Are you kidding me? My daughter's been doing it that long too. But we're not going to get into that. We're on to something else. Now, Stevie and Dorinda have opened this store. And before we go any further, this right here. You remember that day I come over there and I felt so bad and you gave me some of this?
I do. I said if it don't kill you, it'll cure you.
It could kill you, but it cured me. Hey, I don't know who come up with this combination, but if you got a head cold or you've got some sinus problems, just clean them out. It's Fire Cider Master Tonic, and it's good.
They say they've been making that for hundreds of years, that combination of ingredients.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Stevie, and before we run out of time, which we're not close to running out of time right now, there's something I want to discuss with you, but on the air. But, you know, like I told somebody the other day I was talking to, a good friend of mine goes to the doctor all the time. Mm-hmm. I don't care what he tells her she needs, she'll take it. It doesn't matter.
Right.
And every time she takes that, then she needs to take something else for this.
And it's just domino effect.
Nothing but prescription drugs.
Yep.
And like I told her, when you said they'd been making that for all those years, people back 100 years ago and on back, they didn't go to the pharmacy.
No.
And they had to be something that they took, and it had to be herbs and things they grew. Eating right probably helped too, but
probably.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll get on that in a minute. Okay, now tell us what's going on with you and Dorinda.
Well, we're having an open house at the shop. It's located behind the Huddle House in Trenton, Georgia. The open house is going to be Saturday, March the 30th from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. And 10% of all sales are going to the Tri-State Humane Society.
Yes, and we appreciate that so much. You have no idea. So just if you
we honestly couldn't think of a better cause for us to
well, I honestly will tell you it is a good cause.
I know.
And if you love animals and you want to help them and you want to buy something that you can use for yourself, not a better place to go than over there and get it. And I'm telling you, some of this stuff, this elderberry syrup, I got a friend that uses this faithfully.
Mm-hmm. And ever since the Bradford pear tree started blooming, I made the allergy blend.
Yeah.
It's got natural antihistamines. It helps coat your throat, gets rid of the sniffles. It's good for all kinds.
Yeah, and if you're like me, I went out and sat out at one ball game watching my youngest grandson play ball, and my head was killing me by the time I got home. And it was nothing but what's in the air.
Mm-hmm. Pollen. The pine pollen's bad right now.
Yeah,
all the cherry trees are blooming.
Yeah, and if you have a problem, and instead of reaching for the pharmaceutical pills, get some of this.
Yep, it definitely helps.
Oh, I know. And like I said, years ago they had to do that. But please go over on March the 30th. Go before then, but do go over, and you'll help support a worthwhile animal cause, and you'll help yourself. And of course, Stevie and Dorinda appreciate you coming over. So
definitely
make that a point. And we would love to come, but, and don't ask me how this happened or why it happened, but the governor of the state of Georgia is having animal rescue groups at the governor's mansion that day.
Really?
And we were invited, which we were honored to be invited. There again, I'm not pushing no politicians, but we are going to take some puppies over there, so we won't be able to come, but we appreciate you and Dorinda thinking about us and doing this.
If you get invited by the governor to do anything, it's always a good idea to go.
You should go, yeah. One of our dogs bite him, and I did hear through, actually Jeff Mullis told me, I talked to him, and he said the governor's dog had passed away recently, their family pet.
Oh, no.
I said, I wish you'd get one from us to replace it. Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah, that would be good.
That would have a dog over there. All right, now let's talk more about what you got going on, Stevie. We got some gummy bears here.
Yes.
Tell me about them, because I think I might like them.
Well, the store's been open for a few months now, but a couple of months ago we started selling CBD products. And CBD is good for a whole plethora of things. It's good for pain, inflammation, stress, anxiety, insomnia. It can give you a little bit of energy during the day. Just a whole slew of things, but the gummies are just a low dose way to get the CBD in your system, and who doesn't like a gummy bear?
Absolutely. Now let me ask you this, and now Stevie's not a doctor, he's not a pharmacist, he's just selling this stuff. Could you give the gummy bears, could you give these to a child? I know it would be up to the parents.
It's the parents' discretion, but we do have lots of parents that give their kids the low-dose gummy bear to help with. It helps with focus, also ADHD, behavioral problems. It just makes your body do what it's supposed to do to be able to cope with different things.
Well, I can't imagine not. I know that this would be much better. What is that drug they put kids on that are hyper and all that?
Adderall or Ritalin.
Yeah, Ritalin. Mm-hmm. That's the old. That's old school. I know they used to do that. There is no way I'd have put my child on that.
No. And actually, if you take a drug test, if you're on Ritalin or Adderall, it shows up as amphetamines.
Okay, so go figure.
Right.
Yeah. And I see the Easter basket. I saw those on Facebook. Those are so cute.
Yeah, we've got 2 or 3 different people in the store that do handcrafted items. Cindy, she does the vinyl on the buckets, and you can get your name on the front, but you can get the bucket only for $12, and then you can get it filled with goodies for $22. So that's not bad. Good Easter idea.
Can't go wrong with that. Absolutely. Now, what's that stuff in front?
We sell Naked Bee products, and Naked Bee doesn't use any harsh chemicals in their soaps or lotions. It's got hyaluronic acid, which is an anti-aging agent. It's just real good product and smells good.
Let me smell.
That's the...
Oh my gosh, that does smell good.
Mm-hmm. And then here's some lotion. Lotion is good also. If you put the lotion on, you can wash your hands 3 or 4 times during the day, and there's still a barrier where it just absorbs into your skin really well.
I mean, put that much on, but now how long has these been around? Has this been around a long time, or?
No, it's still a small company. And
feel good.
I think they're based out of Tennessee somewhere, but there's a Naked Bee store in Gatlinburg. But Dorinda, she's always good about finding good little
Dorinda, yeah.
Use.
Oh man, that does smell. Man, that smells good. Okay, Stevie, now I'm going to change gears here for a minute because I'm going to ask you about something. I don't want to run out of time before we do.
Okay.
Because I know this is in the works to be passed, and I want you to tell me about it because I've got a friend that don't live in this state. But now tell me what the marijuana thing is. What are they trying to do? Now this is it's been passed in our representatives, right?
Right.
And it's went to the Senate.
It's been passed in representatives.
Okay, now tell me what that is.
That's going to be for medical marijuana only.
Okay.
It's
so now
no recreation. You can't just go and buy marijuana to get high. It's medical only.
Okay. Okay. Now let me tell you what I saw on TV. They had took whatever part of the marijuana they're taking to make this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They had put it in a blender.
Okay.
And made a drink. Now that's what they were showing on TV. And this person was drinking this every day and was talking about the benefits they got from it. Now, is that what, if it passes here and will be selling in the state of Georgia, is that what? It's an oil that, right?
You can get it, it'll be in an oil.
Mm-hmm.
It'll almost be like the CBD is.
Okay.
And different, you can get it in things that you can eat.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to have a medical marijuana card. You have to see a doctor. You can't, just some Joe Blow can't go off the, come off the side of the road and go into one of the places like a pharmacy for it and just get it. It is all legit.
Right. Yeah. Well, I know people, I've got a good friend that her grandson was having some major problems in school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking, this kid was getting a scholarship and doing all kind of stuff, and he was about to lose it all because something happened to him, and it nothing to do with drugs or anything. Anyway, long story short, he got on that. He finished school. He got a scholarship.
Yes.
So I have no problem whatsoever. And
no, it's like any prescription drug. Really, it can be good or it can be bad, as long as you choose to make it good.
But it's natural.
Right.
And people can, and I'm not getting into the smoking pot thing. That's not even what we're talking about up here. But I do know that, like I said a minute ago, years ago, people used things like that to heal things. I've got a friend that is well, anyway, I think it's a good thing.
Yes.
I think it's
especially
a good
with
thing.
Cancer patients and people like that. I have a friend that has cancer, and she takes a marijuana pill. Mm-hmm. It just helps with nausea and helps get your appetite back from chemo and radiation. It's just good.
Yeah, and I hope it passes.
I do too.
I hope it passes, and I hope people will realize that it's better than what you're going up there and they've mixed up at some pharmacy somewhere and sent to you. That, let's say, the side effects are you may die.
Right.
You've got to. I went to arthritis doctor, and he my hands was hurting, so he told me these 2 pills I could take, and he said whichever one you want to take. And so he said, but now you come back once a month to draw blood. I said, to draw blood for what? He said, well, we have to test your liver.
Right.
To see. I said, I can live with the pain. I can't live without a liver.
No.
So he went, he literally basically run me out of his office. He said, why'd you waste your time and my time coming up here if you weren't going to do what I told you to?
Right. And the marijuana and the THC and the CBD, it's all God-made, not man-made.
Exactly. Now, that stuff that CBD stuff, a good friend of mine, her knees hurt her. She couldn't hardly get up. She was dragging around. She started taking that. She is amazed.
Yes. It's because of the anti-inflammatory properties it has.
So now you can sell that, right? Y'all are selling that.
Yes.
Okay. And roughly what's the price?
The price varies anywhere from a 50-cent gummy all the way up to $150 bottle. It just all depends on milligram and size.
Okay, now how do you know how much you think you would need?
You're supposed to start off low and slow with your doses and get it in your system a little bit, and then slowly up your dose until you get to a comfort level for whatever you're taking it for. Yeah,
well, I know she takes it, and she told me when she first started taking it, she said, I couldn't even get up. By the afternoon, I was so tired I couldn't go. Then she said she started doing that, and she said, one afternoon, I just got up off the couch, and she said, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not hurting like I was anymore.
You got to give it a week or two, and then after that, and you get to the dosage level that you're comfortable with, and you'll notice a huge difference.
So you can't take it 2 or 3 days and expect to be, bam, I'm healed.
No, it's not an over-the-night fix. It's at least a couple of weeks.
Well, that's what I was wanting to talk to you about and ask you about that, about anything that will help you and anything that will, and there's no way I would give, if I had a kid that was overly hyper and needed some, there's no way I would put them on those, because.
No, and also, sorry to interrupt, but for adult use, we have such a huge problem with opiate addiction, and CBD actually helps you to be able to withdraw more easily from opiates and prescription drugs.
Yeah.
So it's not just it's for kids and adults.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And we have a problem because a doctor, you walk in the door, well, they don't do it anymore. Now they put it out online and send it to a pharmacy. First thing they won't do is give you a prescription for something.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what, for something. Oh, you're upset? Let me give you some nerve pills.
Right.
And you wonder why kids in this country is on pills?
Mm-hmm.
They're too easy to get.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, how are y'all doing? Let me ask you that.
How are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
We're doing really well. It's really, with any business, it starts off slow, but for the past couple of months, it's really taken off.
Yeah. And your best, you could use the best advertisement in the world, Stevie. You could go out here and buy you 4 billboards going down the freeway.
Right.
Your word of mouth.
Word of mouth is number one.
Is the best. And people come in there. Like I said, I come and got this, and I went over there. I seen Dorinda at the store. No, I don't know if I seen her or talked to her on the phone. I can't remember. But I was at the store, and she said, no, I seen her at the store. And she said, I'm going to call Stevie, go by there. And I got something else, too. But this, now, I had to hold my nose to drink it. I thought, man, I wonder if I put that in something else, could it taste better? I said, nah, just suck it up and go. That is good.
It is. It's got horseradish, garlic, habanero, oranges, lemons, turmeric, and raw apple cider with
vinegar.
The mother. Yeah, with the mother and honey.
Yeah, local raw honey.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I thought to myself, man, if it could just taste a little bit more like that lemon and orange.
Right.
But I still got probably half a bottle of it. I set it in the refrigerator because I didn't know how long it'd hold.
And it keeps the vampires away.
It would definitely do that, for sure. Well, so you think y'all are kind of like on track?
We are on track.
Yeah, that's great. And then I know Dorinda's got jewelry in there and
Snap jewelry. She does essential oils, which her prices on the essential oils are awesome. The highest priced item is the 4 Thrive, which is comparable to Thieves oil, and it's only $12 as opposed to $25 or $30.
Right. Yeah, they used to be a lady here that did those essential oils, and they are expensive.
They are expensive. Dorinda's real good about if she gets a good deal on stuff, she's good about passing a good deal on.
Dorinda and Dwayne both are too good.
Yes.
We're talking about Dwayne Moon, if anybody don't know him, and his wife, Dorinda, which I've quit saying his wife. Dorinda's her own person, so I'm sticking strictly to...
I think it's Dorinda and her husband.
Yeah, that could be. But I'm excited, and I'm excited about the store. And I'm excited about the stuff that I know for a fact that oil can do, because I know my friend, and I've been taking it too, and my arthritis in my hands is nowhere near as bad as it used to be, because my thumbs would hurt so bad on a day like this where it can't decide if it's going to rain or not. My thumbs would hurt so bad, and I got to where it's hard to. And she told me she was getting some, and I said, well, give me some. So I hadn't used all mine up yet, but I will definitely, when I do, I'm coming over and getting it from y'all, because I didn't know y'all.
And another thing, I've been nicotine-free for 6 weeks now, and I think a lot of it has to do with the CBD oil.
Really?
I smoked for 22 years, and now I haven't had any nicotine in 6 weeks.
Good for you. And don't go back.
Oh, I won't.
You feel better?
I do, and I can smell and I can taste food.
That is so funny. People that smoke, they don't realize what they miss by smoking.
I know. It's horrible.
Yeah, and I never have smoked. I've never even tried to smoke. I just never seen any point in it. I've never drank a cup of coffee at I've never seen any point in that. And I know people drink coffee.
I do have to have my coffee.
I know people drink coffee from the time they get up till they go to bed. Some people, but I think my parents would sit at the table and drink coffee and talk, and I'm like, man, what a waste of time just sitting there. Get up and do something. But
right.
Anyway, I've never drank coffee. Well, Stevie, tell them the hours over.
The hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And again, we're behind the Huddle House in Trenton, Georgia.
Yeah, and please go over and shop, and I hope you'll go over March the 30th. Like I said, you'll help a great cause, us and rescuing animals. But let's make Stevie and Dorinda's, let's make the store work, because if you'll go use some of this stuff, I guarantee you.
Don't make me have to go back and serve tables.
22 years was enough table serving for him.
That's
He
right.
don't want to go back. Boy, dealing with the public like that. Yeah.
I've got to where I tell people I hope they have the day they deserve.
Got you. All right. Thank you so much, Stevie.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
And everything here is good stuff. Y'all need to go up and look at it and just go in, take your time, look around, and you won't leave unhappy, I guarantee you. And somebody will see you next week. I'm not sure who that might be.
You've been watching Around Town on KWN Community TV Channel 7. The views and opinions on tonight's program are not necessarily those of staff nor the management of KWN Community TV Channel 7 and Dade County Broadcasting Incorporated. Join us every week for another edition of Around Town on KWN TV 7.